And yeah, that losing streak continues for our Philadelphia 76ers. Friday night down in the state of Texas, in the city of Houston, the Philadelphia 76ers faced off against the vaunted Houston Rockets. It was a marquee matchup, and we really wanted to know, would the Sixers show up in this game here? And unfortunately, though, they would give it their best effort, but they would fall short to the Houston Rockets. And today, guys, with me, we are going to discuss it. But I am at Parceo Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And today, we are reviewing the Sixers versus the Rockets. But let's get this started, guys. Yeah! That's right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whether this is the first time, if you're returning back, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. But real quick, guys, we are trying to grow at Parceo Philly here in the Philadelphia sports landscape here, and I really could use your guys' help to grow here. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow. Our Philadelphia 76ers went down to Houston, Texas to face off against the Houston Rockets, and we would fall 108 to 118 to this vaunted Houston Rockets team. And I know a lot of people want to point the fingers to a lot of people. The Sixers have now lost 4 in a row, and I 100% understand the frustrations of a lot of the fans. When you have a team with talented players like a Ben Simmons, like a Joel Embiid, like a Tobias Harris, you expect a little bit better. And we are a little tough here in Philadelphia on our sports teams. But in this game here, guys, really, at the end of the day, it dawned on me that the Sixers might not be as good as we thought they were, right? So the Houston Rockets on this game, really what was working was James Harden and Clint Capela. They really were what really killed us. James Harden went off. He had a triple-double in this game and scored 44 points. My God, guys, James Harden does this to a lot of freaking teams in this league, but the problem was it wasn't just James Harden that was working. Clint Capela also saw a great game here. He would score 30 points himself while also grabbing 14 boards and adding a block. And it was so tough to stop because, number one, James Harden, no matter how good of defense you play, you could play Gary Payton defense on James Harden and he's still going to knock down them jump shots. And that's really what was happening. And he was rocking the new look, the new 2020, the new decade look. He had the cornrows on with the headband and the beard still there, but he thought he was like AI or something. But he really was killing us on this day, and really what hurt us as well, because James Harden does this, right? He's done this in the past and we've still beaten the Rockets, but Clint Capela stepped up here for the Houston Rockets, and really the option game of James Harden taking himself or alley-ooping it to Clint Capela, and those two have a really good chemistry going on right now. The option of James Harden and Clint Capela was as dangerous as Steve Slayton and Pat White back in the day. For all you college football fans who know about that reference. But enough about the Rockets, guys, because I don't care if we're playing Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I expect our team to win night in, night out. That's the type of fan I am. But really, in this game, I know people want to point fingers to Ben Simmons and people want to point fingers to Joel Embiid, but quite frankly, guys, Ben Simmons wasn't the problem here on this night. I know shooting is an issue. I get that. But Ben Simmons still put up 29 points. He had a triple-double. On most nights that Ben is having a triple-double and he's scoring 20-plus points, you're going to win those games. But however, JoJo wasn't the best center on this quarter. That was Clint Capela on that. That is a problem because Joel Embiid, in my opinion, is the best center in the NBA today. And he got outplayed by Clint Capela, an undersized center in Clint Capela. And I don't want to take anything away from Clint Capela because my man has really grown and rose as a center in this league. But JoJo, you got to play better. And JoJo was gassed by the fourth quarter. Clint Capela, he really, he runs. My man really runs. He likes to run up and down the court, and that alley-oop game is really dangerous as well. And JoJo is gassed by the end of this game. And the reason why I say the Sixers are not as good as we thought they were, it's mainly because of the bench. You know, the starting five is going to get you what they get you. You know, you're going to have a big night from Josh Richardson every now and then. You're going to have a big night from Al Horford every now and then. You expect Tobias to score you 20-plus points a night. But you need the bench to do a little bit more here. And Really, the difference is, I know James Harden and Russell Westbrook played a lot of minutes, but still the bench for the Rockets, it is pretty damn good. Okay, you still got PJ Tucker on this bench. You still got Dabo Cephalosha. You have Austin Rivers. Ben McLemore has really had a resurgence. But you look at they have Tyson Chandler. You look at the bench of the Rockets compared to the bench of the Sixers. The Rockets bench was a little bit better, and they 100% outscored your bench. And in all honesty, the only players that really looked good on your bench was Trey Burke and Furkan Korkmaz, who respectively had 11 and 8 points. That's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And Elton Brand really needs to work the phones right now. He needs to find a way to find shooters and as well to find some depth on this team here, because outside the starting five, it really concerns me what we got going on. Mike Scott as well. He's been getting really torn up with his play this season. He really hasn't found his stride this year. It's really disappointing to see. I know the Hive is not happy to hear that, but this bench needs to step up. We need someone to step up in this bench and be a scorer we can rely on when Ben Simmons is not on the court, when Ben, JoJo, Al, Tobias, and Josh are not on the court. Well, another thing I really want to touch upon really quick is after the whole accountability stuff that was going on this week with Josh Richardson, I really like the give and go game that Josh and Ben were working on. It was working in the beginning of this game. I want to see more of that going forward because that really was working well. Another point here too, guys, I saw a lot of people, especially on Twitter, wanted to discuss Brett Brown and wanted to point, majority of the fingers were pointing at Brett Brown. Now, listen, I'm coming to a point now, I've been a Brett Brown guy since day one. That was the guy I wanted to bring into Philly, and I've stuck with him throughout the process, and I'm with him now. But it's concerning me when I see Ben Simmons still does not want to shoot after Brett Brown has said something to him. His teammates have said something to him, yet he still does not want to shoot. Joel Embiid's demeanor after this game. Joel Embiid is a leader on this team here. I do not need to see JoJo down and down and out, looking all negged out. He's saying that the losing is taking a toll on you, bro. Then go out there and win the fucking game. You put up 20 points tonight. Clint Capela outplayed you. That should take the toll on you right there. I'm seeing an Al Horford has declined this year. He's taken another step back in his career. And Josh Richardson has not been the scorer that we need him to be. Now that's not so much on Brett Brown because Josh just came into this team this season. So I need Brett Brown to look in the mirror right now, and I need him to put that, the noise guy needs to go back to Boston and need to see the bomb in him, right? We need Brett Brown to be at some points, Brett. You can't be too nice to these guys, especially these are still kids. These are kids that still don't understand what it takes to be an NBA champion. We need Brett Brown to clamp down, and we need him to be we need him to be a little bit more of a disciplinary. We need him to stop being the rah-rah guy. We need him to stop being the favorite uncle, Uncle Brett, right? We need him to be that. We need him to be strict and come down on these guys when they need it the most. Now, this game started off on the Sixers' favor. In the first quarter, they had the lead. They looked good. They looked like they had this. And then in the second quarter, the James Harden and the Rockets erupted. They scored 40 in that second quarter. They would lead by as much as 18 points in this game. If you guys really want to know the main difference here in this game, the Rockets shot 37% from the three-point line, while your Philadelphia 76ers shot 22% from the three-point line. You do the math. And you guys know, since that great game on Christmas Day where we beat down Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, your Philadelphia 76ers are now on a 4-game losing streak. You got to turn it around. You have to turn it around, and it's not going to be easy because your next opponent is Monday night against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you got to win that game. You have to win that game, and it's not going to be easy because the Thunder always give you fits, and we even lost this year in Oklahoma City. But you got to turn it around. I need JoJo. I need JoJo to show up big in this game, and I need Ben. I don't even know what to expect from Ben. I know you're going to shoot when you want to. I know you're going to turn up when you want to. And that's the other issue with this team, is the fact that these guys want to turn up when they want to turn up. You don't pick and choose when you want to turn up. That's another issue on Brett Brown. These guys have to show up every single freaking night. Stop waiting for someone to call you out. Stop waiting for the big opponents to show up. We will see. We will see. We better win. You do not want to see Philly if we don't win on Monday night. Guys, that's all I got for you today. It's such a disappointing loss here against the Houston Rockets. But final score again, 118-108. Your Sixers fall. And we are on to OKC. But guys, that's all I got for you today. If you want to talk about the Sixers, I definitely want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. Anything you got about the Sixers. If it's this 4-game losing streak, what about, you want to talk about Ben Simmons, you want to talk about JoJo, you want to talk about Brett Brown, you want to talk about anything Sixers, let me know in the comments below. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel here. I really appreciate it. We're trying to grow at Parceo Philly here in the Philadelphia sports market here. And I honestly could use your guys' help here, guys. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow. And if you guys want to follow me on other platforms of social media, you absolutely can do so. Follow me on Twitter at Parceo Philly, and you can also follow me on Instagram at L_Parceo_Philly. And until next time, mi gente, I'm Parceo Philly, telling you guys to trust the process. I'll talk to you soon.